the things from your chart, from your thing? What didn't we get through?
We stopped at.
Taxon, we got the taxon, right? And apoptygnon?
We got to, Boule.
Apoptygnon.
That's what we stopped at.
Ah, okay. So Boule. What's going on there?
It's a verb,
It is a verb.
and it's the same as what we did up there.
How did it say?
Yeah, it is, yeah. So it is. So it's a verb. So this ending tells us what?
It's aorist, it's subjunctive.
It's not
Or
aorist.
subjunctive.
It's not subjunctive. No.
It's second person.
Second person singular. From boulomai, from the deponent boulomai. Right? Boulomai in the second person singular. Boule or epsilon iota. Okay?
It's just a regular verb, right?
Just
It's
a
not
regular
person. Okay,
No.
just making sure. And it's,
So what would the what would the participle be of this?
In the masculine dominant, it'd be similarly, boulomenos.
No, but this is what kind of
Or
verb?
boulomenos.
Boulomenos, right. Boulomenos. Okay? Boulomenos.
so would, how could I say, have the same characteristics as Boule? Or is it being used differently?
That's the first case.
Okay, so it is being used like completely differently. Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's the second person singular, right?
But it's aorist.
Yes.
It's subjunctive.
We had, maybe not.
Amoebatai. All right, what do we got going on there?
Singular.
Third person.
Third person.
Third person, yeah, third person singular.
Middle.
Middle,
Present.
present, okay? You can think of this as a middle or, yeah, that's fine. Amebo means it's an active sense in that I change something, I transform something. Amebomai is I respond to, in other words, I change myself to something, okay? So I respond to something.
And it's also.
It is indicative.
Akara.
Akara. Akara, excuse me. Akara.
It's a noun
It's not.
or an adjective. It's not a verb. That's what it's not.
It is definitely not a
It is
verb.
not a
Very
verb.
good, very good.
It's,
Yeah.
I think it's does it go with Andra?
No, it does not. You might think that it goes with Andra because of the iota on the ending, right? But it doesn't.
it is an adjective.
It is an
It's
adjective.
Termless, graceless,
Yeah,
or disagreeable.
yeah.
And data is singular.
No.
Um,
So let's look at this, okay. Uta, all right. Uta, alata, let's go through. So we've got uta, right?
So now,
Not alata at any other time, somehow. Did you see paredes? Did you observe?
Susan. You see,
Well, andra goes,
uh,
those go together, right?
yeah, this one.
Dative singular. For or to or by this man, okay? What?
Something,
There you go. Uden, nothing. Akara. So what's the number, case, and gender of this?
Singular.
Singular,
accusative,
accusative,
neuter.
neuter. There you go. Not anything graceless, okay. Then your vocabulary list, if you've got in your vocabulary.
Yeah,
list.
it says right here. Wait, I skipped this one. It says. It says, no, okay, this is it. Here's my vocab.
There you go. Okay, so you
That's
can,
that.
right, akara, so neuter is akara, so you can masculine and feminine akara. Okay. Very good, that's tricky, it's a tricky one, isn't it? But that's what, but see, this is what you have to do. Okay, this exercise is just a slightly intensified version of what you do for all of the words that you encounter. You start at the back and try to figure out what's going on. Is that all of the ones that we have in this one? We have 3 more? Oh my gosh, let's keep going.
Examartin.
Exhamartane. It is an infinitive.
It's in there.
Ah, okay.
So I know that was something that I was thinking about from yesterday's
Yeah.
class, was that I was confused about the
Yeah.
2 different systems
Yeah.
of aorist and when the accent makes it.
Yeah.
Is a thing.
You
We should
can,
talk about that.
that is an aorist.
Okay.
Absolutely. Hamartano is the verb.
And
Amarton is the aorist.
so.
But you're absolutely right. So this is either gonna be a contraction or it's gonna be an aorist infinitive.
Can we talk about that a little bit more with the 2 systems and which one is strong and which one's the weak and which one has a thematic and which one's the weak?
Oh, I think it's so interesting that you mentioned weak and strong because that's such an English way of thinking of it. Weak and strong verbs.
I was trying to look it up
Uh-huh.
to just after class, just to
Uh-huh.
like secure it in my mind, and that was the 2 terms that
Uh-huh.
I used. What is it, first and second systems the other
It's
way?
first and second, yeah.
I just couldn't remember which was which.
Okay, so first aorist is the one with the sigma,
Okay,
okay? So as in luo, okay, present, luso, future, elusa, aorist. And the infinitive of this is elusai.
That keeps the tempo up.
It does not keep it. The only time that we have a temporal augment is a finite verb
Okay.
in the indicative. Okay, all the other times it goes away. I hasten to add that in the perfect, we keep that duplicated. Yeah.
Would that be
Yeah.
those?
So here we go. La luca in the perfect, active. Le lumai in the passive, and eduvane in the aorist passive. Okay, so that's a first aorist, or we could call it a sigmatic aorist. Okay, and then we have the system where the stem changes. Okay, like lambano, lipsomai, and elevon. So this involves from lamban to lab, stem change. So in this one, then this has the regular infinitival ending, but the accent stays on the ending. As opposed to lamban, so the infinitive of lambane, lambano is lambane.
so with the second aorist is when the accent over the last.
It's gonna stay on the last. Yeah. Now, we have observed in this one, for example, in apocteno, okay, a kind something that looks kind of almost in between this, right? So, for example, volcano in the present, poteno in the future, and affectena, the aorist, okay, that's in this one here.
That's sort of like a hybrid.
It's not a hybrid, it's still a first aorist, but the stem ends in this liquid, in a nu or a nu or something, okay? We'll do that. Meno, enena. This is just so the future, I mean, so the imperative of these, okay, second person singular imperative is luson, okay? Luson and apektenon. The imperative of this is lava. Regular old imperative, just like we have in here. So remember these endings, the secondary endings, okay, primary endings. On the second aorist, we see the same. Does that make sense? Are you with me? Does that answer your question? Okay. All right, what's our next word?
Kinesa.
Okay. Guinness.
We didn't finish.
Oh.
It's so it's active.
Aorist, active, and passive.
Okay.
Another aorist imperative.
It is an aorist imperative.
That's the first aorist.
Guinnessa. I think the accent should be here though. I have to check on this. It should be Guinnessa. Well, no, wait. Okay. All right, so, that's just right. That's not a problem. What we have going, here we have a dialect that's difference. Okay, so in Attic this would be Gignessai. Okay, and here in Ionic on the coast it's just Guinnessai. So that's what's going on there. It is the present infinitive. It's a deponent. Okay, so Gignomai is a deponent. So present, middle, infinitive. Okay, is that everything, or we got one more?
One more.
What's that? What's the last one?
Ugaratestai.
Ugarate is that. Okay, all right. So we're back here.
Is it what would say the definitive?
The infinitive. Yep, absolutely.
Now, is that first aorist active, or is that another present middle?
Okay, so you have to decide: is this going to be aorist or is it going to be middle? I mean, aorist or is it going to be indicative? Right? I mean, jeez. Stop. Aorist or present? Okay.
Can that circumflex tell us?
Could be either one, right? I mean, the circumflex alone. Okay. This is present. This is present.
And it's parallel to.
Yeah.
to present.
It's present active.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. All right, let's go through this quickly. All right, let's translate this. Τον πρώτον λόγον, Stooks.
With Mandane living
Uh-huh.
Cambyses.
Right.
In the first year,
Uh-huh.
Astragalus saw a vision.
Yep.
It seemed to him
Uh-huh.
that that a grapevine
Uh-huh.
grew
Uh-huh.
from the womb of his daughter.
Uh-huh.
The grapevine which engulfed all of Asia,
Uh-huh.
all Asia.
Very good. Τον δεύτερον λόγον, Kaleroi.
Having seen these things and having turned over.
Having seen this thing too,
This
though, having
thing.
seen this.
And having turned over to dream interpreters.
Uh-huh.
He sent after
Uh-huh.
from the Persians, the daughter,
Uh-huh.
like being
Mhm.
about to give birth.
Mhm.
She.
But just in terms of translation, you can always translate a participle as a relative clause, who is
Okay.
who is pregnant or something.
Okay. She arrived. She arrived.
Having arrived.
Having arrived,
Uh-huh.
he guarded.
So note that this is the IT at the gate. So he guarded her having arrived.
Wanting.
Uh-huh.
Desired to. Is that kill?
To kill, huh?
Wanting to kill the thing that becomes from her,
That became from her.
that became.
Okay, that's an error. Very good. Okay, good. Keep going.
Okay, from, because of vision,
Because from this
from
vision,
they,
Hoi,
the
Hoi,
interpreters of the Magi, revealed
Uh-huh.
to Astrage
Yep.
that, shoot,
Ho,
he,
Gonos,
the child,
Uh-huh. Taste
of
Bugathros.
his daughter
Uh-huh.
would, oh shoot, what is it?
Was, okay, this is from knowledge, this is the optative. Would be about to,
Okay,
uh-huh,
would be about to
rule.
instead of him.
Very good, excellent. Stooks.
So, Astragalus
Uh-huh,
guarding against this,
uh-huh,
as Cyrus was born,
Uh-huh.
called for,
having called,
or having called for Harpagus,
Uh-huh.
a man like in his household,
yeah, a kinsman,
a kinsman and trustworthy
uh-huh,
among
the
the
most trustworthy.
most trustworthy among the Medes,
Uh-huh.
and in like administrative control
Uh-huh,
of all of his things,
of his own stuff.
of his own stuff. Spoke to this man in the following way.
Uh-huh, very good.
Harpagus, see to it that, or just let you
This Harpagus,
this task,
the task, which
which
I
I
am giving
place on you,
which I'm giving you, right?
which I'm giving you. Do it basically.
Yeah. Don't tomemos para crecer.
Don't
Uh-huh.
disobey.
Don't, yeah, don't
Do otherwise.
Don't do otherwise. Don't let me down, right?
And
Carry out.
and don't carry or deceive or throw
And
me
yeah,
away.
and don't deceive me. huh?
Yeah, don't deceive me. And
Uh-huh. But having elomenos, having
having evolved others
Others
from the
afterwards,
afterwards.
at some later time, that you peripeces.
That you beroom,
Yeah, it means literally that you fall around.
that you
Okay.
fall around
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah, you yourself, to you yourself is, you know,
To
it's,
your own.
yeah, we would say that you fall into your own trap.
Okay.
Yeah. It's our idiom, it's almost exactly the same idiom, you fall into your own trap, okay? Keep going. Lava tompaida.
Take the child which Mandane bore
Uh-huh.
and bring it
And carrying
and
it.
carrying it to your house.
Uh-huh.
I've got so where did we saw that before? Didn't we? Yeah, to kill.
Kill it.
Yeah, kill it. Afterwards,
Uh-huh.
Lula is planner.
Thapson. Apoktenon. Kai thapson.
And bury it
And bury it in a manner.
in a manner
Hotina.
that
Which, whichever kind.
whichever kind you may
Uh-huh.
desire.
Or in whatever way you
You
yourself.
yourself may desire.
Very good. Kalaroi.
This is where we didn't get to class, so I'm gonna do class.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna crush it.
He
Uh-huh.
responded,
He responds.
responds, king, not one of them.
You didn't paredes.
That's a new one, hold on.
This is from Horo, Hopsomai, Edona. You didn't observe.
You did not observe.
Alota.
Uh.
This is an adverb. At any time,
At any other time,
in some way.
in some way, a man,
This man,
this man.
you didn't
Is
observe.
he referring to himself?
You didn't observe uden akare. Now remember in Greek that the rules for negatives, okay? So a simple negative, that is a one syllable negative, like gourmet. Okay. Plus another simple negative, okay, is the inverse.
Okay.
They negate each other. Okay? But a simple plus a compound, okay,
It's still not good.
it intensifies it,
Okay.
right? Okay. A compound followed by a simple negates it. So it all revolves around the second thing. And here we've got uta, right? Uta, and then another compound. So it intensifies it.
And how would you translate that?
In English, we have to do. So either we negate the verb. You never, at some other time, you never in any way at some other time saw something inappropriate, so akaras, from this man, in this, for me, okay?
You ain't never seen me do nothing.
It's exactly right. You never have seen me do nothing wrong, okay? Right. So we,
Could you change it to like act? And use that as a, like act carelessly, like, I mean, I know that's not as strict as you know, but it just makes more sense. To me, like, so.
well, think of it this way. Think of it this way. I think it's better to think, you never saw anything akara, right? Anything, bad, inappropriate, okay? As far as this person, this man is concerned. Okay, because remember that dated as 2-4 or 5.
Okay.
Okay. You never saw anything, inappropriate or untoward as far as this guy is concerned. You never saw me doing anything wrong, essentially.
Keep going.
We want to assume like that.
Oh. I do not remember what that means.
Yeah, you do. Here.
Oh, guard.
Stop.
Just- Okay,
No,
so-
no, that's okay, but this is something because this verb appears 3 times in this that we can figure it out,
Right,
okay?
so,
We're looking out ace sa into you, but we wouldn't say,
on behalf of-
yeah, for you. We're looking out for you. We're looking out for you. Okay, we're looking out for you, and we're looking out for you, and ace ton met beta chronon. Yeah, we'll do that. Et beta, which means then, and meta, which means after.
And after,
So this is to a future time. Okay.
So this is, so is this a sort of temporal phrase with a preposition?
It's no, because this is that's a really good observation. Thank you, Stokes. So typically speaking, we express time without a preposition. Okay. So accusative case is duration, dative case is the point in time, genitive case is time within which. Here we've got a slightly different notion. This is not referring to something that happens over time or a particular point in time or a time within which. This refers to time itself. Okay? So for the future time. Okay?
Okay.
You see what I'm getting
Yeah,
at?
yeah.
That it's not, it doesn't refer to the duration of an action, okay?
Right.
Regular temporal expression.
It's
would
usually
express-
like a quantity.
It's like a quantity,
Yeah,
a time,
Yeah,
yes.
gotcha.
Okay, to the future, we're looking out for you and for the future to ex hamartain maiden. To make no mistake. To do something wrong.
And what technical construction is that? Like you lost it with is that?
It's just an expression to look out to do something.
Okay.
To take care to do something. All right, so have you got that? You want to go through that again? Kalarawe?
he responds, King, you did not see this man at any time in this way do
In some way,
harmless things.
yes.
Understood.
Something.
Something.
Okay. As far as this man is concerned, you have never at any time, at another time, in some way seen something inappropriate. Okay. As far as this man is concerned. We, your trusted family members and helpers and everything like that, we look out for you and for a future time to avoid a mistake. Literally, to do nothing, to make no mistake. Hamartano, which means to miss the mark. Okay. Hamartia is the word which means a mistake, a transgression.
Which alphabet is
bunch of uses. But this is in Aristotle.
Aristotle,
For example, what is it's hamartiantina, some mistake. It's not a flaw, it's a mistake. Okay?
Conversely,
Mhm.
if
If to you,
below this,
this thing is dear
this thing is dear.
to Ginezai, to happen. In other words, if your heart is really set on this, okay, if this is something that is dear to you, to happen, hudo, in this way, to happen in this way, Cray, it is necessary,
Is that correct?
cray. It's,
What's the regular?
and day is, intensified. So it is in fact necessary. I have to.
It is necessary, that's,
Uh-huh.
I'm on for me. To,
And now this is an interesting construction.
What's your benefits?
Ereteo means to row.
Oh, yeah,
And huvo is to row underneath. Okay, so this is to
so
support.
be a rower
Yeah.
on a ship.
On a ship.
Means to support
It
it.
means to support, it means to serve. Okay. So this is an interesting construct. What we would say normally is it is necessary for me to do X. Okay, but that's not what's going on syntactically here.
it's necessary for me,
Okay, but we've got this top.
is necessary that this,
No. Why we got a top? What is the number, case, and gender of top?
neuter,
Singular, neuter,
Nominative.
nominative,
nominative, or accusative, right? What do we have in that sentence that could possibly modify?
the implied it from correct.
The what?
The,
No.
oh, the infinitive.
The infinitive. Okay, so here we've got a noun phrase, okay, to, himon, kuperetestai. Literally, it is my serve, we don't even use an infinitive in this way, we use a participle. But my serving,
That's a supportive line.
my serving epitideos in a way that's positive towards you, okay, in a way that is supporting of you, is necessary.
My to serve you.
Yeah. My to serve you epitideos as as in a comradely way, as a friend or a supporter would. Okay. Remember, we've seen this epitideos is when for example, this is the thing that, remember, Cyrus was when they chose him as king. They chose him as king because he was epitede atos. That was the superlative.
Autos is a superlative in neuter.
So this is really a slightly unusual, because when we see cray, we expect, an infinitive, right? But it is necessary, but we normally expect some sort of object, the person for whom it is necessary to do something. We almost always see that. This is, again, an example of what we call the garden path phenomenon. If you want someone to really pay attention, you start them syntactically down one thing, but then you switch it, and then they have to stop. Whoa, they have to stop and think about it. Okay.
So, do Greek infinitives can sort of function like our gerunds?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're nouns. They're nominals. Yeah. They're just like
gerund?
Well, okay, so the gerund you're thinking of Latin, right?
Yeah.
Typically involves a a necessity, to express a necessity, right?
Right.
That's what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
And there is a similar adjectival ending that will do that. But we're not gonna talk about it today. It's rare.
Okay.
All right, good. Let's do it.
Oh, I have to leave at 4:45 because I have to be downtown at 5 o'clock for a class.
Okay. All right. All right, so here we go. Let's do it. To toys,
These things.
to these things, anexamenos,
Having exchanged
having exchanged or
for
having,
himself.
having replied.
Having,
This is
oh,
a mego, yeah, having replied. Harpagus. Harpagus, there's the subject, right? Harpagus.
As.
Uh-huh.
Already.
Oh my gosh, this is an awesome word.
Hand it over. Is that what that means?
Yeah, it's from para didoma.
Like to give over, to hand over,
Yes, para didoma, but what is that form? Oh, it's beautiful.
is it a perfect?
No,
Is it an imperfect?
no.
What is it?
What is that? What is that? Theta ending there. Theta eta ending. It's passive. Passive, what kind of passive?
Oh,
Perfect.
No.
having been handed over.
Yeah, what kind of passive is that?
In terms of movie or in terms of
Tense.
tense?
So,
Aorist. Okay, remember luo, luso,
Oh, I knew it was the last principal part.
elusa, right? Elusa, leluca, lelumai, elu. Thing.
Yeah, I knew it was the last principal part. So how that was.
so that hooks, would that be to?
As, when to him, to paideon,
The child was handed over.
the child was handed over to him. Okay, so let's look at this a little bit more because this is really important because we're working with the athematic verbs a little bit more now, right? Okay, so didoma, doso, right? Doso, eras,
Edoka. Oh, okay.
yeah, edoka, right? Edoka, right? But this is an unusual form, okay? Remember we talked about that, this ka ending, ka is ending, a little bit unusual. That, and it fluctuates between do and do. Right? So here you've got the para, temporal augment, stem, aorist ending. The aorist ending that's attached directly onto the, so third person singular. Para do thing, theis, they. So when the child was handed over to him, the child was kekosmenon,
Who was adorned,
uh-huh,
uh,
who, and this is a perfect, who had been adorned,
Who had
right?
been adorned.
Oh, so perfect participles keep the reduplication.
Keep the wedding.
The reduplication of the.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Otherwise, there are three things, remember, that mark the perfect. The duplication, no thematic vowel, and the accent stays on the ending.
Right, okay.
And it's cosmeo, cosmeso, and cosmesa. And so you have the menon is attacked right onto the ending, to the stem.
So dressing
Having been dressed, or
Having been
who had been
dressed.
dressed,
in the stola
in the robe,
garment
the garment,
or that, or
yeah, right? Or death.
I had trouble with this word. I looked at the notes, but it was weird.
It's an awesome word.
Like, it's from.
It is from Erica.
Okay.
Third person's.
Is it
Perfect.
is it a participle? I was trying to figure it out. I just.
No, you are so on the right track. So Ericomai, the principal parts of Ericomai are what? You should probably go. Oh, yeah,
One of them's elephant.
that's right. Ericomai, Ema, Elfon. It's the aorist. Okay, but look at this, we've got this. Now, what do we know from this is that this system is made up of 3 separate
So
verbs.
it's second.
Okay, hang on, you're getting ahead of yourself.
Ooh,
These are 3 separate verbs,
alright.
okay? We use one verb for the present system, we use another verb for the future, we use another verb for the aorist, okay? So this, what we're looking at is this verb, age. We use it as the future, but, and it's ema, right, as opposed to ema,
Right, with the,
okay?
with
Yeah.
the accent on the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now, what could that be?
What else could it be?
Yeah.
Verbs are not strong suit.
Yeah, but let's figure out what's going on here. What's going on here? So, having responded to these things, part of this having responded to things, when or as the child that had been dressed in the garment for death had been handed to him, something, the subject is Harpagus, right?
Right.
Something, Klion, eis ta oikia.
Crying into the house.
Crying into the house, right? Okay, so this has got to be what? What is this right here?
The verb, the main verb.
It's the main verb. It's the main verb. So what do we know about that main verb right now?
It's masculine. Well, it doesn't have that, but
Okay,
it's third person.
Third person,
Singular.
singular, okay? Right. Now, the question is, what is the next thing that we want to, just look at that verb right there, look at that verb, and what does it look like?
Tense, voice.
So we need tense, voice, and mood. Is there any reason, okay, this looks like just a regular sentence, right? Is there any reason why that would be either an optative or the subjunctive or the imperative?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah, exactly. So it's gonna be indicative. It's gonna be indicative. So now the question is tense and voice.
I'm gonna say active,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna say present,
Mm-hmm.
but.
You're so close. You're so
When they're
close.
when they're talking and responding to each other, it's
But
in the
there's-
present, but when they're actually doing stuff, it's in the past.
There's no talking here. This is.
So, Eris?
So, yeah, so, okay, so we can, so the question is, we've got everything figured out, right?
Okay.
Except tense.
Except tense.
So we're gonna, let's see,
Is
What-
it?
no, let's just go through the heuristic,
Okay.
okay? Don't guess.
Okay,
We're gonna be very sort of, empirical about it,
okay.
okay?
Let's-
So we're not gonna guess, we're just gonna figure it out, okay? So what could we do to try to figure out what tense it is? What are some other things that we could look for? We know that it's not dialogue, okay?
Right,
It's part of the narrative. So what might we also look for?
other main verbs.
Other main verbs, yeah, other main verbs. So where's our next main verb?
It's, like no, that's in the next sentence after that, it's, Ephraza,
Ephraza. Yes.
which means declare,
Yeah, and what's the tense of that?
aorist,
Not
not
aorist.
aorist, present. I don't know.
Present.
Tenses are hard.
No, they are hard, but, okay, so you're just,
I put a question mark beside this in my
Yeah, yeah.
notes when I was going over it. 'cause I
Okay,
couldn't
but-
get
look at this ending right here. What is that? Tells you all you need to know.
it. It's third.
There's present singular. Is it a primary? Is it a present or a future, or is it a past ending? Third person singular.
It's
Well, that first present would be as in echo,
Oh, that'd
ekes,
be-
eke.
okay,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Okay, don't think in terms of aorist or think of present or past. Present or future or past. It's past, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you have to decide, is it aorist or what? We have another past tense. Imperfect,
Okay.
exactly. Is it aorist or imperfect?
Okay,
Okay,
I don't know, but
Alright.
we're gonna look at that up.
okay, well. So we know it's either aorist or imperfect. So we've got frase, frase,
Right.
okay? All right, so now we've got is that imperfect or is that aorist? Is that- Oh,
We're really
you can,
into
but
it.
you can, but
Okay.
you can, okay?
Wow.
So we've got two flavors of aorist, right?
We do.
First aorist or second aorist, okay? Now, which one might that be? If it's first aorist, what's the problem?
Where's the sigma?
Where's the sigma? Because there are gonna be, there are more first aorists than second aorists, right?
Right.
Even though second aorists appear, this set of first aorists appear fairly frequently, as they do in English, okay? But there's no sigma there.
Right. And if it, yeah.
So either that's a second aorist or a what?
and-
An imperfect, okay?
I would need to know the other principal parts of that verb
You would,
to be able to figure that out, and I do not.
yeah. But here's the thing,
Fraud, so is that what it
yeah,
is?
frazo, yeah.
So it's an imperfect.
It is an imperfect.
Ah.
There you go. There you go. All right, so what's this then?
It's an imperfect.
It's an imperfect. It's an imperfect. Or let's make that assumption. That it's an
Let's,
imperfect,
yeah.
okay? So that's an imperfect, right? So if it's an imperfect, we've got some sort of temporal augment going on there,
Right.
okay? If that is not a temporal augment, if we de-augment that, what would it look like?
An epsilon and a iota.
Yeah,
And then is there another iota that's a subscript or is that a different?
it's the imperfect of aim
Which is go.
to go.
So
He
having
went,
he went up.
he went.
Okay.
He's going. He was going.
He was going. He went.
Okay, so I do want to, these little words like this are really hard.
Yeah.
They are really hard. And so that you struggle a little bit with these little words is an okay thing, okay? And here's one, so there are 3 little words that I think that it's good for you to sort of look at and to comparison. So as your little special assignment is to look at the imperfect, third person singular imperfect of the following verbs. Ema,
As in to be.
as in to be. Ema, as in I will go. And hiema, as in I throw.
Okay.
Those are the 3 annoying little words that you need to think about.
All right. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay,
There was another thing that I had a question about.
Yes.
If you don't mind. Two
Of course I don't
questions.
mind, of course I don't mind.
2 questions. So next sentence, I could not figure out what to do with that osteoideus or the logon. I just, what I have is,
Oh, this one right here, osteoideus,
he went and declared following of these things to the woman, and then I didn't know what to do with the osteoideus.
Okay,
And then having been seen, and then the speech, I didn't know how to put that together.
okay, all right. So let's start from the beginning here, par el thom. This is from
Having gone,
par erchomaios.
so is that having gone?
Yeah, having gone, okay.
Uh,
And so para, we would say having arrived, okay, having gone
Okay.
to someplace, okay? Because remember, he's going, está aquí, it's going into his house. Having arrived, he enfradza,
declared
and he told, te, unite, get how to
the,
two
to the woman
of him. So who would that be?
his wife.
His wife.
Um,
Tone, logon,
the word, the speech.
the word of the speech, okay? The panta, logon,
All of the speech.
the entire
The
speech, the entire speech, okay? So now we've got to figure out the entire speech, osteoideus. It's genitive.
Why
This-
is it the?
Okay, so this is an ionic form, this is uncontracted. So we've seen this other places as us to us, okay?
Right,
Us to us.
why just the upsilon?
Remember, epsilon and upsilon together contract into u. So plus
No, yeah,
goes to.
so it just doesn't.
In ionic, they don't contract, okay? So I should have fixed that.
Okay.
So the entire thing of osteoideus, and so we just have refenta.
Is that from?
Well, it's from ero, to say something.
Say.
Okay. The whole thing that was refenta, that was said, okay? And this is an aorist passive participle.
Okay.
So they, as in eluthane, thane, base, they, is first, second, third person, and then the participle is ace, face, besa, they, or then, excuse me. So face, ventos. Ventos, and this is the accusative, okay? Venta. And note that the accent stays back there behind the theta, which is our tense indicator. I love the aorist passive. It's the coolest thing, because it's got that theta in there. Right? You can always tell it.
Okay.
All right, good. Well done. Excellent work, Kagawa. You are starting to really put things together. You just have to be just a little bit more patient with yourself and sort of work out the heuristic.
It feels better to figure things out